I don't know who made the video, guys. I actually don't know.
It was the Muffin Man.
It was the Muffin Man. Hello. Hello and welcome to Moist Misano. Oh, it was Josh. It was. Yeah. Legend for giving us an awesome intro.
Long live Josh.
Long live the Josh man. Welcome, boys, to Moist Misano.
Yeah.
It's,
nothing like a nice moist Italian, if you know what I mean.
Just missing some linguine in here.
Yeah, maybe a little Snetterton.
Oh, yeah. I'm just loving it. Could you tell I had a little button I like to press?
Oh, God. So, hello?
Hello. So, Moist Misano. Our first times are starting to come in from bronze and initiation class. Mind. All the red badges out on track today. Luis, why are you not on here?
Ligma.
Yeah, but free points, Luis. Come on.
I mean, in an Aston, it's literally free.
Yeah.
It's real estate.
So our time's coming in. Heslin, I believe we were on the fence on putting him on silver. I think he might prove himself to be silver worthy this race. It looks like. I can see he's flashing at Wampler in front of him right now, trying to get him out of the road, but unfortunately Wampler is ahead. So
Yep. Valid lap, so that's all Ryan's base. You know, this track is just, so small that it's really hard to form gaps for your qualifying. So,
let's
moments like this happen.
Not just that. So yeah, so we got Heslin so far with the fastest lap. So far, you can see he's making a little gap. Probably want to leave it a little bit longer. Seems okay. We have Ben Kubrick as well. That has put in a pretty decent lap and is green on his lap time. Hello there to you, Mark. Lots of new people. Absolutely love to see it. Yes.
Yeah. P3 is Kaio, another new face. Love to see it.
Or he used to be P3.
Used to be.
Because now he's up there.
Yeah, he just whipped it out and said hello.
Red badges need to get with Joey and learn about gapping. Ooh.
Yes, I am an expert actually. I am the owner of the local Gapplebees.
No, the Gapplebee's owner is Rados.
Well,
Or you own him.
I do own him.
Ooh. I see. Easy podiums when the Hondas die.
Skin on skin.
When the Hondas die. So,
Macro drivers need to learn how to spaghettis. It would be wise for them to not learn how to spaghettis. Just the Florida of Canada, Chris. Calgary. It's the Florida of Canada, so it's basically mine. That's how it works.
right. We got David Miller currently. So 4 minutes left for the first part of qualification. Q1. That's what we say. David Miller up a second, and he has just a few corners to go. Just one sector. Probably jinxed him now. And we'll see what he does. Oh!
Got him!
Oh my god, not like this.
Dave Miller, you can report to the booth and punch Ferris in the face.
I honestly did not expect that.
Yeah.
Joe Kronk Jr. improving on his lap time.
Now you got Chris mad at you. Good job. Dad is mad at you.
Oh my god, he does it right after I say I probably jinxed him. I love it. Oh, that is a clip, I guess.
Well, that's going into penalty review.
Oh no, Barrett. Steven Henson.
Barrett, I'm banned from that stream. All right, listen, and I didn't say shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. Steven Henson up a second and a half, just passing through the first sector. So hope I don't snipe him the same as Miller, but he has quite a ways to go. And you name Matt Melanson today with us as well. Matt, I saw that you submitted a livery. I didn't really have the time to add it in, so we'll have it
You
for
forgot.
next week. No,
That's what Ferris means.
no, man. I don't sit at home all Sunday, all right?
No, definitely
It's not. This isn't like a meeting that you have in the afternoon at work, which ruins your entire day. You know? I'll call you Mark anyways. Yeah, I probably will. At some
Yeah.
point.
It's not wrong.
I do. Not. I don't.
You
So, there you go. So, Matt manages to get around 7/10 on his lap. He's going to jump up a few spots, or just one. Oh, that was close. So, up to P5. Henson, I guess I did snipe him. He
Yep.
did not finish his lap.
Looks like
No.
Matthew Soria nailed it. Is going to be the last person to start a valid lap for the the bronze and initiation group. So these are going to be the last flyers.
Hey guys, I locked Milo out. I just locked the door. Didn't want him to come in here. Oh my god, I did a Joey now. Yeah. Yeah, he's yeah.
He was too British.
Yeah. I couldn't stand him having a better voice than both of us. No, Milo is absolutely wrecked from the twins, so make sure you at him on the Discord and just tell him to get good soon.
Yep.
You know? Hopefully we'll see him around next week. Too many people. Yeah. That was my job, misnaming people, not his.
As the bronze wrap things up, we have our silver starting to move out on track as well.
We didn't talk about any of this, did we?
No, we didn't. Yeah, Chris,
As
you might
usual.
want to go quali. Let's see here. Hopefully, Kyle and Ryan Wampler are practicing a pit stop here.
Yep.
Their time is up.
Chaya Surya there, just looking at him on the triple rights, taking a really wide line that was still valid, and he is improving on his lap time. He might have enough to jump Joe Kronk Jr. Coming into the final corner. A good exit from him, and that will be it. So Chaya Surya will jump up to P8. We have Hesselin on the final valid green lap for the bronze class, so for bronze and initiation. And it doesn't look like he's gonna have enough speed to pass Yo. It's Kai.
So
Yep.
he is having issues.
Oh no.
Is this him having issues? He's gonna blame the internet, but it's really he doesn't want to drive the Honda in the wet. I mean, I don't blame him, but you know, who am I to judge? Anyways, so as we do, the silvers are now crossing the line for the first flyers. Joseph German, who has made a car change, is going to be our first flyer here. He has switched to
Yeah,
Godzilla in the Dark Magician Racing.
hello there.
livery. who, if you haven't seen it, beautiful Yu-Gi-Oh livery. Let me see it. Let's see if he has the heart of the cards today.
You just realized that you're the only non-Honda in gold? Maybe you'll win?
Yeah, Mark, you just wait for all of them to die. Easy win.
Yes. So unfortunately, our grid today for gold is only 4 people, and it looks like Carl might be having some net trouble. Hope not. But yeah, it's gonna be a podium fight.
Did you see
Forever.
that Carl Big has changed his team name?
Okay.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. So, our silver. I don't even need to read it. Silver class about to put in the first valid hot lap of the session. Let's see what
so
German
just a
does.
German valid lap. It's going to cross the line into P2, only almost 700ths of a second off of Bayo in first.
Got some Bungay into P7, 2 seconds off. Paul Cantea in the OnlyFans Lambo.
Paul Canty.
Canty. If he crashes out, Joby, make sure that you you revoke your gift. You gifted sub to him earlier. Thank you, by the way. And speaking of Joby,
Proby Savage throwing down a 40.8 to go to the top of the timers.
so Joseph Savage in the boat here in in the Misano, just yeah, casually putting it up on pole so far, provisionally.
You know, a boat in water does pretty well. So
Yeah, boat likes the water.
As he invalidates. Josh Barrett currently up 3/10 as he leaves sector 1 here. I guess middle sector 2. He has had a livery update. We
Ooh,
have a new and improved sexy Mr. Clean on the rear bumper of that car.
check that out. Just as we see the final flying laps from the silver class come in, Moffat is still 1 corner to go, and then we'll see where that puts him on a valid lap. So everybody manages to put in a lap and puts himself in P7 right behind Barrett. Let's see what Barrett has. Oh, so there it is.
Gotta get all up and personal into that.
Oh yeah, let's get real close and personal into that. Let me blank out the screen. So we're cleaning up Ryan Cody, who last week has found some parts up on the road. Lovely car, mate.
Yeah, you know, sometimes a Daytona bump draft goes a little wrong at Watkins, and next thing you know, you're on a Mr. Clean livery. So actions have consequences. Kids stay in school.
Kids stay in school. Oh yeah. Love it. Love it. So Kimo Kajtovic, while we were looking at the clean livery right there, has taken pole from Joby. However, Joby is up to 2/10 right now, and it looks like he might have some tow from the big clean boy. He might take it back.
Yeah, he's currently up 4/10 right now.
Yeah.
Putting his sails in the right direction for the wind to catch this boat.
Yeah.
Really pick up pace.
Yeah, he's gonna need those 4/10 because Carlos Guzman right now just put it up on pole. So lots of really good times coming out right now. We're into the mid 40s. Carlos with the best sector 1 and 2 out of the whole bunch. Barrett with a yellow flag. Currently, let's see where Joby has lost all of his time.
We have looks like Jose Guzman trying to get the suck off of Chris Turner right now. Jose Guzman currently 7/10 up as Chris pulls over and lets him go. Says, no, my suck is not free. That is a $5 sucky sucky from Chris Turner.
Oh my god. So Carlos Guzman right now, yeah, right there, just as Bullet said. Carlos showing what we're missing with Luis. An Aston going fast in the rain. I name a better combo.
Yeah, let me act surprised real quick. Yellow flag for Carson Bugay and has returned to pits, so he better hurry up and get out of here. There's a possibility of another flyer.
Yeah.
Jose Guzman currently up 1.2 seconds. As I say that, he's lost 2/10.
Oh. And has invalidated his lap as well. So Jose Guzman might not. He's going to have another shot or two. He's going to have two more shots.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, he's gonna have two more laps to put in a better lap than he has. We know he has the pace. We'll have to see where he goes with that. Paul Cantea was up 6/10, and right as I switched him is down to 2.
Joby is currently up 3.5 tenths. As I say that, he drops 0.5 tenth, but he is getting back up here.
Yeah, that's
trying to find those last few tenths to.
Yeah, but that's not the line, Paul.
God, that is. Jesus.
That's not the line, Paul. That's the esports line.
Everyone we talk to, they keep dying. So, Chris Turner currently up 5/10.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Currently up. He is honestly showcasing one of his sons today on his livery. Did not get shown last week.
Well, let's see it. Walk us through it.
Get on that roof. Get that roof.
On the rooftop.
So obviously you have your do selects. And you know, who better than a spokesperson than Carson Bungay?
Is that Axel Carson on there?
That is actually Carson Bungay. That is his lacrosse headshot right there.
Oh, hell yes.
He uses Dulc Blacks when he needs to go fast.
And I guess he is using it right now because he's on pole. Love it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well, he is. And the Crazy Rabbits Racing Aston Martin right there. So he has put in a very fast time, has not managed to improve on it successfully. Switched to Joby, but I'm not going to say anything yet.
Well, you already said something, and you said his name, so it's all over for Joby, honestly.
Well, Joby, he's going to lose all his 8/10 now that I've mentioned him and shown him on stream. He has 3 corners to go. This looks like it could be the pole position for the class.
Hi, Carson.
And it says he goes sliding around the final corner, loses some time, but it's going to be enough to put him up there in pole. And just like Robeson...
Sammy, you are wrecking the car! Shut up! Sammy, what are you doing, my friend? Shut up!
So Joby takes pole from Carson by 3.7 tenths, and that is going to be basically it for the silver class. We have 2 more cars on track right now, finishing their lap times, and then the gold class immediately behind them out there.
Jose Guzman currently up almost 3/10 here. That can bump him up into the top 10 here. Let's see how he rounds out the last few corners here.
So Carlos Green just even on his lap time. 2 corners to go. A little bit of time on that last corner. He's going to gain a whole 10th on the final one. But that traction control is probably not really helping out that much. He is going to stay in 2nd position.
Jose loses a few tenths in the last couple corners and
that's
invalidates on the final corner. Bam, bam.
Bam, bam. Top 2 to gold. Hey, listen, man. At this rate...
Ain't wrong. Broby on pole.
I'm not saying it, but I'm kind of saying, at this rate, Something will happen.
All right, now it's time for the Hondas plus Mark to put in some lap times here for Gold Split.
Honda's plus Mark. All your years of Nissan to get goaded by the boat. Right? That's the boat likes water. And just to go back to what Mark has mentioned earlier is so what was it? It was Joby's flying. It really is.
Yeah.
So Mark's prediction is Joby winning silver class. I hope you say that and you will not destroy him in lap 1. Mr. Mark.
So in practice, I saw Nick do like a 39.
It shouldn't be this hard.
Like Joey almost at baboon pace.
So Joby currently, we didn't mention the time, but it was a 40.092, so 40.1, very low 40s. So Nick,
Yeah, it's actually not a bad banker, to be honest.
that is a very good bank. That's not just a banker, mate. That's the whole jackpot. Nicholas now on with his first valid lap. That was quick, I feel. Into the 39s.
And just like that, he flexes his baboonery. Mr. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Puts it on pole.
Typical Nicholas.
Andrew Rados, getting gapped as usual, is in P3, 5/10 off of Nick's pace.
Carl Big puts in his first valid lap as well. 5/10 off of Nicholas. Almost 3/10 off of Joby. So Joseph already so far, not gonna lie, putting in some really good lap time.
Bullet, that sounds like an Alabama story right there. Yeah, these times are actually insane. You love to see it. The Hondas just are they going fast because they're scared of the car? Like,
I mean,
they feel like if they go too slow, they might just die.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We've kind of put the camera on Nicholas on the first couple of corners, and it did not look stable at all.
Well, I mean, that is how it always looks when looking at Nick drive.
I mean, fair.
Or Hutch, whichever one. Pick your poison.
I miss
Speaking
Hutch.
of, where is Hutch?
Hutch, where are you?
Harris needs to be inside you.
Watch Nick into the triple right-hander on board. Alright, we'll try and check that. So Nick improves his lap time just a little bit. Rados, not much. So Carl is already invalid, unfortunately, for this lap. He's gonna have 3 more runs to go. That car does not look stable at all there. Driver on board, a whole lap just for Nick, triple right-hander. Alright, we'll put it from here. Passenger Princess with Nick.
I am watching the other lap times here. Mark Robson struggling to find some of his pace right now. But you know, they're Hondas. Just let him die and he'll win from wherever he starts. So.
Yeah, Smuff, thank you very much for the sub. Dave, get in here. You got 4 minutes. Come on.
Rado's fighting 110.
Make sure you use Baboon's special POV. What is it? Bonnet? There we go.
Jesus.
Oh, that sounds rough.
That's what she said. So currently Carl Big up 3/10 as he is heading down the back straight here. Andrew Rados heading into the final corner. That's found 2/10. Trying to look for more, but it's just going to improve slightly.
Thank you for the follow, Mel's.
Spinella.
Spinella, fully not. So Rados Improves his lap time just a little bit, not that much. Nicholas
a
has
smooch.
invalidated his. Carl, one corner to go is up 2/10. We'll see if he can make some more time at the end here.
La puta madre!
Loses it on exit here, so I don't think it's going to be quite enough to jump Rados.
No, not quite. We also have Mark Robeson also improving on his lap time just a little bit. 2/10 currently. He's losing speed. That TC's not happy right there. He's going to move up to P7.
So Rados has a lot of time just sitting there. He had 4/10 sitting in Sector 1. Now that he's heard that I'm talking about him, he's losing pace. I am that scary. That 2K mentality. You know, it
2K?
scares people.
Send your brother to pro, Jose says. I thought you guys don't do anything solo. If he goes to pro, you go to pro.
Yeah. Thought it was a package deal. Like Chris and Carson.
Chris and Carson. Dave
So
just got back from
Rados
working.
Still currently up 3/10 here. Let's see how much time he can find in the final corner here, if any. Or he's gonna just throw it all like an absolute clown.
Yeah,
And he's only
he's lost. He's lost a bunch of it going around the penultimate corner, and then yeah, he knows you were talking about him. Give us a flash, Rados. Come on.
He is in that VR immersion right
Oh,
now.
he is. I forgot. VR's great. Carl Big making some space to try and get a better run at the end here. It looks like he's not really going to improve. This is going to be his final shot at it. Joby's still sitting in P2 so far. I gotta say, man, props to him for that. That's looking really good so far.
In the sea of Hondas.
In the sea
There's
of
a boat.
Hondas. And that is it for Mark Robeson. So he improves on his lap time, does not gain a position, and parks it. Boats do love the rain. Mark back to silver? Nah. Mark has proven he cannot be a silver anymore.
The Hondas are struggling to find more time right now. I keep just seeing it fluctuate so much up and down.
I'm not gonna lie, that camera angle looked like he went completely off track. For Nick?
Yeah, he did find a 10th there, though.
Yeah.
And Rados is just going to absolutely bin it. He lost about 2/10 heading into the final couple corners here. Gets a decent exit. He's not going to improve, though, so he's going to stay P3. That means Pro B Savage is going to start on the front row.
P2.
And Carl Big is going to possibly...
He was 4/10 up and has lost a lot of time. Nicholas crossed the line was 1 second ago, improved his lap time, and is going to stick back. Carl, 2.5 tenths out of the final corner, might take that P2 spot.
Is he going to? He does.
Yes, he does by a 10th, and that is going to be... you said it too early. You sniped Joby.
Yep.
You just had to.
All right. Well, Joby is now staying in silver. It's been solved.
Curl, wannabe weeb. Big. Bears check voice dump in Discord.
Carl found his waifu on the final lap to put it on the front row.
All right, this is a gift from Paul, guys, I guess.
Why the am I so unlucky? Why the am I so unlucky?
Okay. All right, Charles. Carl and beating silver at the last possible second. Name a more iconic duo. Yeah, Carl has done it. So we have a 139.6 from Nicholas and a 139.987 from Carl. So our two only drivers in the 139s. Joby, Pro B Savage, in the with a 140.092. I gotta say, man, these times are not too shabby.
That's not bad. I mean, it's gonna be good racing. The top 6 are within a second. then you have like P6 through P15 within a second. Like these times are good.
And the good times.
All right.
We're gonna have a whole hour of it, boys.
You want me? You
Ladies
want me
and
to do
gentlemen,
the walkthrough? Or you
let's
got
do
it.
it. Let's do it. Hang on, I
All
gotta
right.
unlink the cameras. There we go. Let's go.
All right. So starting P1, we have Nicholas Alvarado in the Honda alongside Carl Big P2 in the Honda as well. Joseph Savage in the Boatley P3. Andrew Rados in the Honda P4. Carlos Guzman P5 in the Aston Martin. Kamal Kachevich P6 in the Lamborghini. Mark Robeson P7 in the Lexus. Kai Yo P8 in the BMW. P9 Joseph German in the Nissan GTR. P10 is Muff in the McLaren. Ryan Cody in the Mercedes. P11, P12 Josh Barrett in the Nissan GTR as well. P13 Michael Lukey in the Porsche. P14 Dominic Chamont in the Porsche as well. Poncantea coming in P15 in the Lambo. P16 is Kyle Heslin in the McLaren. P17, Jose Guzman in the Merc. Kubrick in the Ferrari. P18, Ryan Wampler P19 in the McLaren. Chris Turner in P20 in the Lamborghini as well. Melanson P21 in the Aston Martin. Carson Bungay in the Lexus P22. P23, Dave Miller in his Audi.
Sniped him.
P24, Henson in the McLaren. Matthew in the McLaren for P25. And rounding up in the final spot on the grid is Kronk Jr. in the Ferrari. Nailed it.
Yes, and that is going to be the grid for today's 26 drivers on track for a moist Misano. Who will forget to pit wet tires this race? I really hope nobody does. I hope Mr. PR guy has mentioned it in the briefing, because we've seen some drivers either forget to put their dries on or use the wrong pit strap. Occasionally.
All right, and your P1 turn 1. That's what I meant to say.
P1 turn 1.
P1 turn 1.
Okay, let me let's just we are checking to make sure the button works. Oh no. Oh, there it is. We're good. Every time I load it for the first time, it like takes us a while to put on the screen, and I keep thinking it stopped working. Nothing like some live technical difficulties fixing stuff, right? Exactly. So I do want to mention, so Kai Yo, a new driver with us today. He's currently in the initiation class, I believe. Looking at his performance so far, he's probably going to be sitting around as a very good contender for silver podium.
Yeah, we very interested to see how it pans out for him. How is he number 39? Uh-oh.
Who is number 39?
David Funk, ready to fight someone.
David Funk, are you supposed to be number 39? We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post.
He was about to take Kaio to Funky Town.
I'm not sure why it allows the numbers to be reused.
Well,
this has happened last season.
Since Funk isn't here.
No, it shouldn't allow you to sign up at all with the reused number. Might be because we signed him up manually.
Because we're baboons?
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, as our drivers approach the final corner, Nick leading the grid from Carl in the front row. Joby sitting in on the inside for turn 1. Let's get these side-by-side cameras up.
Green light, go,
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Let's go racing, and it is green lights.
Oh, and we have early contact in the back of the field. Light contact, but one car does get rotated. It looks
That
like
is Carson Bungay. The sun gets rotated. Unfortunately, 3 light contacts. There's a lot of movement. Ouch from Wolf Randy. Yes, there's a little bit of an ouch there. Some position swapping right now. Further back in the field, the leader's already single file right now. Carlos Guzman. Great, there, I've done it.
Congrats.
There.
Proud of you.
I just needed the race to start. Carlos Guzman on the inside of Chemo is gonna get the spot. Did I say it again?
Yep, I think so. Wow.
I don't know. Did I say it again?
I'm pretty sure
No, I
you did.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No way I did. Paul Cante already moving some spots. Carlos and Chemo are going to go side by side down the main straight. Nicholas is already 9/10 off of Carl Big. Or should I call him Carlos Big?
Carlos goes a little wide, but manages to get that position to stick. Goes off again. Hopefully he's not getting track warnings. The track warnings here at Misano are very unforgiving.
The track warnings are extremely rough here, yes, for anybody that has not driven this
we
track.
got a yellow flag for
Ryan Wampler and
Ryan
Jay
Wampler.
Sura.
It was
Ooh. And that is some ramming that just happened there in the back. Who was that? There was a Lexus involved in that. Was that?
that was Carson again. Looks like
Carson again.
Matthew might have been the first to get rotated. I'm gonna get the replay.
Let's get
here.
replay boy up. While we do that, Joby fighting it with Rados. Rados has that P2 in sight and is now going to have to fight Joby for the overall podium spot. And Joby's not going to give it. He's going to fight for that. Make sure that we all know that he is the pro-B that he's supposed to be. Let's get the replay up so you are
Yeah, we've got
live.
Yep. So Matthew just loses it. McLaren things does not like the wet here. It's collected, and then we have someone coming and flying in hot. I think that's Kronk that comes in. No, who is that? Someone absolutely gets a taste of Carson's booty. As Carson's trying to move there.
One does.
Oh, Steven Henson.
That's going to do it. While we were looking at that, Joseph German gets side by side with Kai Yo, and Kai gets to keep the position from the inside. Nice to see Paulie C repping in the OnlyFans. I have no comment.
Let's get a screenshot here real quick. Joby
With the fastest lap.
purple lap. Let's go. As Rados is chasing him down.
You just have to say, all right, I hope you guys got your screenshot in already. Because Nicholas just took it back. So a 39.8 from Nicholas. Lap 2 of the race, full of fuel. As one does. Some position swap happening further back in the field. I'm trying to get...
Yeah, that was Matthew on Ryan Wampler. We have some McLarens with damage here. Nothing is scarier than being in a McLaren with damage. I'll just say that. Well, maybe just a Honda, but even without damage, but still.
Fair enough. So we just saw there Heslin fighting with Lukey, and Jose Guzman loses it on his own behind them, coming out turn 5. Is that turn 5?
Right.
6.
Turn something.
6.
Yep.
Yeah.
No contact registered, so that was...
No contact. It was on his own, sitting behind Lukey, and just...
Looped it.
There's this section when you're coming out of a corner and you're looking dead ahead and you don't know how exactly your car's turning. Hello, Barrett, by the way. Kind of just oversteer it sometimes. I feel that's exactly what happened to him. He was not really feeling his car just turning, following Lukey, trying to get back on the racing line after going a little too wide there on exit of 7, and it just lost it, fortunately for him.
So Carson Bungay has still not pitted even after all that damage. He is in the Lexus. I've heard it's very, very tanky. He used to drive it like usually it handles damage pretty well, so hopefully he can still make something out of this race.
As he drifts
Despite
the
that.
triple right-hander there.
Yep. And yellow flag for
No.
Josh Barrett. He is sweeping like Mr. Clean, but off the track.
Okay. Okay.
And he has dropped down to P18.
I was gonna say the Lexus is a tank, and then you just pull that. All right. So Carson now trying to make his way back up the field, trying to get around Joe Kronk. Joe Kronk with the inside line. I think he's let him through. Yeah, that did look like he let him through. Jose now also trying to get back. That Mercedes not looking good in front.
Oh, so Rado's getting a good sniff of that Boatley here. He is right up on Joby's rear bumper here. Meanwhile, this is allowing Carlos Guzman and the train behind to catch. Carlos Guzman was a few tenths quicker than Joby and Rados last lap. So I'm sure Rados is wanting to get by Joby as quick as possible so that he doesn't get gapped by Carlos here in that aspect.
Carlos big.
Carlos big. Currently Nick Alvarado only maintaining a 1.5 second gap to Carl at the moment up front here. It's wet, it's Honda, anything can literally happen.
Yeah, so Mark Robeson currently, I was just seeing him, he was 1/10 off of Kimo Kajtovic. I don't know if he's really trying to fight it or just sticking back. I would imagine he would want to get past so he can start and try and fight with Rados while he's busy with Joby. But
Ryan Wampler and Jose Guzman both spin in the exact same corner, little synchronized pirouettes heading into the final sector here. I don't see any contact. Oh, now it's registered, so I think there might have actually been contact.
It's either contact or the possible spin. So Jaya Surya gets past him, and then now Jose Guzman is also taking a look, trying to get past. I'm surprised Jose is sticking out with all that damage. I guess it doesn't feel all that bad right now.
Yeah, kudos to him.
Yep.
So,
a fight in Class Moffat was just a 10th off of German, and it looks like he's trying to set up a better line for the long back straight with the triple right-handers. He's just 3/10 off. Robeson further up ahead, side by side with Kimo Kajtovic, and gets the move done. We kind of missed that, but out the corner of our eye. Here's
going to
Kimo.
the side by side, I do have the Joby Rados battle going on up front for P3. Definitely you can tell where the Honda is most sketch.
And I have a yellow flag for Jose Guzman and Ryan Wampler. I guess they've come into contact once more, and
Yep, it looks like
unfortunately both cars are off track. 2 cuts so far from Big. Thank you, pit lane, Barrett, Bullet.
Oh my god. Now you're
I wanted
doing
to say
instant
Johnny.
Twitch chat.
I wanted to say Johnny, and then I said
my.
Barrett.
Oh my. It's spread. I'm sorry, chat. It's all over.
Pit lane, Bullet.
Yep. Rados takes a quick peek on the inside. He is doing a lot better than Joby in Sector 1.
And that
Oh,
did
he's
look
getting
like a
run here.
cut right there. To be compared to someone as handsome as Josh, I'll take it. Oh.
Andrew
I'm sorry,
Rados on the
Josh.
inside gets it slowed down enough. It is going to get the position. Let's see if he can maintain it. The Joby has looked a lot better than Rados in the final sector, especially in that triple right-hander.
Oh, as he gets
we're
really
gonna
close
see
there.
what happens here.
Yeah, as he gets extremely close there. I'd imagine the boat on the straight is quite fast. We'll see here. The gap is 4/10 between the two cars. Joby has a bit of a tow. Not quite as fast as I imagined. He does look slidey there, coming around the second right-hander. And Rados, I guess, is going to have the position for now. That looked a bit rough. Jaya Surya with a drive-through for track limits. That's going to hurt. We're only 10 minutes into the race so far, and that is first drive-through of the day. Oh, that's gonna suck. Paul Cantea gets around Kubarek and is now looking to make his way to Chaumont. I'm sorry.
I did find that contact with Ryan Wampler and
That's it.
Jose Guzman. McLaren things, I guess just McLaren was just like, who needs to stop anyways? And boom. That was it.
I guess so, yeah.
On the ball.
A yellow flag for Jayasura as he slides off after the triple right-handers. That's not a good race for him so far. It looks like he's trying to make his way back now with the drive-through and all. Poor signage. That's going to be that. While we're looking at the replay, also kind of swap to it on the screen as well. Barrett gets around Chris Turner. I don't think Chris made it a big defense for that. I think he's kind of in the space, knowing Chris just sitting there surviving is his goal.
As the time has come on, Andrew Rados taking Joby Savage to Gapplebee's, which does offer 2 free bus links Monday through Sunday. He's trying to give that to Joby right now.
Over under 5 DTs today? Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully he doesn't get a DT. Carl Big with the 2 DTs right now. 2 DTs, wow, 2 track cut warnings. So another 2 to go for a DT. We're only 12 minutes into the race. He's 2.2 seconds off of Nicholas. Nicholas really just have to chill. Both are in Hondas, so temperamental cars. We'll see what they can do with that. Further back in the field, while the gaps have started to spread, Mark Robeson is 6/10 off of Carlos Guzman. Trying to stick to him. So Carlos looking actually really fast today. And then for the back, Kai Yo, 8/10 off of Kimo. Carson Bungay with a massive slide off the triple right-handers, and Jose Guzman coming in just to sniff him a little bit there. That was something. Last turn is scary.
Yeah, that was a big drift from Carson.
Yeah, really. I had the yellow flag all the time that I had to switch to it, and he was still sliding.
Yeah, same.
So Kai Yo, 2/10 off of Kimo now. Are we? I think we're gonna see him now start to try and make his way through, and he has Carson in his vision, so that's gonna be P2 in silver. I can tell 100% he's gonna be silver next round.
Shout out to Mark Robeson. Up to P6, he was struggling in qualifying early on. He did only start, I guess, P7, but I feel like finding some of the space here. Trying to catch Carlos Guzman right now.
Yep, I did see Joseph German almost, go into the back of Kaio. Not quite, but it looked kind of rough. And that's going to be in the
pits for Matthew Tercera.
And we have our second drive-through of the day for Kyle Heslin. Heslin? Wow, I thought it was Henson. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We know you can't say very
it's
good.
Steven Henson. I'm sorry. It's okay. So we have 2 drivers with similar names. Dominic Chaumont, 2/10 off of Heslin, who currently has a drive-through. So Dominic should... I imagine Dominic is now thinking, just let me through. Do your drive-through. Don't slow me down anymore. Because Paul Conte is very close behind it. We can see Dominic just diving into the inside of turn 3, 4 there. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to go side by side into 7. Take the long way around. I imagine that is going to be a warning for him. And now Paul Cantea and Dominic have gotten around Heslin. And Dominic's going to have to defend from Paul. Heslin there with a late break on Paul. That's this battle's looking nice, man. Yeah,
and I'm currently watching the battle between Carlos Guzman and Mark Robeson. Mark has him in his sights. Lexus versus Aston. Both looking very, very stable in the wet conditions. As I say that, Carlos goes a little wide there. And Mark's right there. This is going to be a good battle. And it looks like Joseph German has gotten the pass done on Kaio.
Kaio. Yep. Let's try to switch to those temporarily. The move was already done, and into the triple right-hander. Joseph makes a little bit of space now, and Kaio is going to have to fight his way back with him for that. So far this race is looking very, very good. Some more space than we've had last week. Oh, as Kyle goes in for his DT, hopefully no stop and go 30. I hope everybody's practiced their pit stops.
I hope so too. Quick update up front. Nick Alvarado currently with a 2.5 second gap to Carl Big, who has a 2.5 second gap to Andrew Rados, and Rados a 2.5 second gap to Joby. So all quiet up front. Lap times are pretty close right now. I think everyone's just kind of in their comfort zone, just putting in some laps. Still a lot to go here, as the Hondas just try to keep it pointed in the right direction.
Yeah. So far the two of the McLarens have taken the drive-throughs. We've not seen the Hondas take them yet. I'm not saying anything, but kind of saying something. Josh Barrett currently looking at the back of Kubrick. I believe Kubrick is also going to be joining our silver class. He's looking pretty racy today. And that Kaio will definitely be in that category. They're up in the field. So for P7 overall, Chemo and Sherman fighting it off. They were at 1/10 away from each other. Kaio's looking right behind them. A yellow flag for Barrett.
Mr. Clean.
He went to sweep a little bit of the triple right-hander. What a pit stop. This bullet.
These things you do when you don't crash, actually. I'm used to just towing, so usually I do a lot of that.
He was cleaning the right-hander. What a guy. Yeah. We swapped him right as he was finishing that slide, and still on track.
Yeah, he pulled out the magic eraser there.
So as all the drivers make their way around Jayasura, who's just come out of the pits after his... I see he's done a pit stop. We have our first two pit stops, Henson and Jayasura.
Those were two guys that were in early collisions. Not really surprised seeing the McLarens do those early pit stops to try to repair those. Try to get the car more stable.
Yeah. And Jayasura also had the first drive-through of the race, so that is going to put him further back, unfortunately. We'll see how he can do over the remaining 40 minutes. 40 minutes is still a while to go.
Andrew Rados 4/10 quicker than Carl Big last lap.
Oh, so we're going to see a battle for
trying-
P2, it looks like.
Just trying to reel him in. I'm sure Carl's just trying to baby those track limits. And not sure where Rados is at there.
Only 3 Hondas today? Yes. And it's the entirety of the gold split. Plus Robeson.
That's right.
I'm not sure why we're missing so many golds today. Last week we had quite a number of them.
I told you, it's Hondas and it's raining. They just got scared, and it's okay. Battle still remaining about the same. Mark Robeson on the tail of Carlos Guzman. Kamal is having a train here with Joseph German, Kaio, and Muff behind. Joseph German's probably just waiting for Kamal to activate his trap card so he can get that position.
So everybody kind of split up here, half at second from this Kamal train. Robeson 4/10 currently off of Carlos Guzman. A yellow flag for Ryan Wampler.
He's okay. I think he just had a quick off there.
I guess a bit of a
He's still
slide.
pointing in the right direction. Carson Bungay currently catching Joe Kronk for P22. Honestly, despite a terrible start for Carson, very unlucky start for him, trying to make some ground back.
Yep. While we're looking at that, we've missed it. It happened so quickly. Chemo has lost a spot to German, so you can pull up a replay of that. I believe Chemo probably went too deep into the back hairpin.
Like I said, probably activated that trap card
And a big slide there from Moffat. His engine seems to have stalled. He's gonna rejoin, and is out of that race. What was that? That was Michael Lukey trying to go around the outside of Moffat. He's gonna have the inside for the last 2 corners, and it's probably gonna get that
I
move.
have a replay here for you.
Hang on, let's. All
Joseph Germain goes, "You want to see a magic trick? Now you see it, Lambo. No, you don't." And Joseph Germain gets the position done and has moved up to P7 overall.
So that is going to be the move for German that he was waiting for, that he just mentioned. German now has the space to start and catch up to Robeson. Robeson is 4 seconds ahead. He still has that train, though.
Well, Freddie, yeah,
yo.
I understand the pains of McLaren life. It is too wet for the McLaren right now. I don't know. I've never enjoyed the McLaren in the wet. I'm also just a bad driver, so.
It seems extremely wet everywhere. I'm seeing yellow flags. I'm sorry?
Andrew Rados with the purple lap, 39.5. The coaching by Nick Alvarado showing right now from Andrew Rados.
That is 0.3 quicker than Nicholas Alvarado. I wonder if we're going to see Nick now starting to panic a little bit.
Yeah, so he has dropped the gap from Carl down to 2 seconds flat. Let's see if he can keep up this pace. Looks like he's just in a groove right now. Let's see how that pans out for him. Who was that yellow flag? I think it was Matthew.
I didn't see this one. Matthew Jayasura had a yellow flag out of turn 7. It looks like he hit the wall. That is Carlos Guzman making a mistake on the final corner. Mark Robeson is going to get through, and Barrett has the next drive-through. We're at 3.
Dave Miller, yellow flag, heading onto the back straight. Just rotate that Audi. My guess is that he is on 0 TC. He's actually on TC2, so he's probably just not enjoying it.
Yeah. And Moffat goes in for his pit stop. Barrett has a drive-through. That's unfortunate for Mr. For the legend that made the video.
Yep.
Guys.
And Nick Alvarado taking the purple lap back, and was 0.3 quicker than Carl and Rados. Rados again matched the same time as Carl last lap, so still sitting a 2 second gap there. It's going to be an interesting end of this race, I think. Especially with Carl with 2 track cuts already.
Yeah. Our little bullet spy, is Carl still on 2 track cuts?
We are checking.
We are checking.
Now, since Mark has gotten around Carlos, he's already put in a 7-10, almost 1 second gap here to Carlos Guzman behind.
Yeah.
There's one thing about...
Oh. We have a big penalty.
Uh-oh.
Moffat did not practice his pit entrance. Unfortunately for him, that is a stop-go 30. Oh, right after his pit stop. We're 36 minutes into the race. That is going to ruin it.
You must always practice the pits.
Driving carefully. Let's see. You must always practice the pits, indeed. So
You must always practice the pits.
Barrett serving his drive-through. I hope we don't see another stop and go from that. Fortunately for Moffat, that is going to be a rough pill to swallow right there. Carson, I mean, that car is not looking. That car's not looking nice.
Hey, it's a Lexus.
No, the
Looks
Lexus
like-
looks nice, but the
Yeah.
car is not looking stable. I believe we have our first disconnect of the race. That is Barrett has left the surfer.
Oh no. Carlos Bungay making it slide.
First retirement. Carlos Bungay is making it slide 100%. Misano and you are not friends. I hope we can rectify that. I was hoping Moist Misano would make you a little more excited. From Misano. And I believe now you can see that Moffat is really taking it slow, although he does have in front of him. Who's that? A Ferrari. Is that Joe Kronk?
Ferrari.
That's Joe Kronk. Joe Kronk took it really carefully, and then Malfat has just chilled behind him. I guess, Barrett, this one's for you.
Yep, flash it, Carson. I see you. I see you, Carson. Flashing it. So Joseph Savage is in for his pit stop.
Joby goes in for his pit stop. He's going to come out in traffic, though.
Yeah, he's not. You know, Joby might actually be okay with this pit stop. He might come out relatively nice position here, possibly. A little bit of open track. Curious to see how the Honda boys do after being in such a groove for a while. Not a lot of fighting over the past like 10-15 minutes. Curious to see how they do once they have the pit stop. You know, sometimes you just lose a little bit of that focus after you
get the pit in. Yeah, sort of. Kinda.
That is Joe Kronk immediately behind Joby here.
Am I so unlucky?
Right there, that's you, Barrett.
Am I so unlucky?
What happened with Joby? Oh, wait, never mind. We're good. I like his. Okay, we're good. Never mind. We Gucci. Andrew Rados in the pits, so he is the first of the Hondas to pit. Let's see how this pans out for him.
And with his pit stop now starting to go, yeah, I wonder if he's trying to get his tires to be a little bit better so he can catch Carl a little bit more. So the gap was still just about 2 seconds before the pits.
Yep. By the looks of it, he should be coming out in open air, I think. He's currently still parked there. It's hard to tell. He is up and moving now. We have Muff coming around the final corner right now, and then Matthew coming up as well. So I think he's going to come out right in between the two here.
Yep. We have a new sound for you, Josh. I have a new sound for you. I've added it. Thank you, Paul Canty, for it.
Oh, so Rado's coming out.
Oh, and another
right in front of Matthew.
Right in front of Matthew, and then right as I pan to him, Jose Guzman with a drive-through. That is going to be 4 today. Misano is really, really rough on that. And a yellow flag for Jose. Has he?
Ooh.
He's parked it. At the pit stop. I guess he's trying to set up his pit stop. He's probably not prepared it. Right in front of his entrance.
Maybe.
But he does have a drive-through.
Maybe he's just trying to decide life choices right now.
Forgot to change to wets. I can imagine that, yeah. Misano track cuts are ridiculous. Yes.
So Carl Big in the pits as well. That's his response to Andrew Rados. He was a little slidey coming into the pits. It was a little scary when I turned to him. So we will see how this pans out. Actually,
Yes.
It makes me think. Let's see. Andrew Rados, 32-second pit stop here. Let's see. Carl Big, same exact time stopped. So this is going to come down to how they came in and left the pits here.
There's Carl leaving. Can we get a side-by-side? Can you get... and I'll get Rados.
Yeah,
on
I got
mine.
Carl if you want to get Rados.
Let's
Rados
see.
is coming down the straight right now. This is going to be close.
And
gonna be
Jose
really
left
close.
the server and joined us on the
Andrew
stream.
Rados coming around.
Carl
It's gonna be
still has
right
the
behind.
gap, but is now going to have to warm up his tires. So the gap is still just about 2 seconds. It
Yep.
hasn't changed.
It has not changed at all. Beautiful pit stops by the boys here.
We are at the halfway
But as you said, Carl having to warm up those tires. Redo's already up to temp relatively. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Yep. Nicholas also in the pits, so our race leader jumping into the pits. Robeson is going to inherit the lead temporarily. And here we see a fight for the third spot in silver. Kai Yo makes his way around Kimmo Kaichevich. Sorry, that's P2 in silver. They are going to go drag race down the main straight. And Kai is going to have the lead into turn 1. That was a good move.
Are we going to talk about Ryan Cody just casually having a wonderful race right now? Actually,
I just had to say it.
not too far behind these boys.
Just had to say it. He almost lost it there.
Well, you know,
Right.
makes you stronger. So Nick currently coming out of the pits as Carl Big and Andrew Rados are coming down the front straight.
I swear if you snipe Ryan or Mud. Let me charge my my sniper.
So the gap between all the boys is basically the same. Nick and Carl, identical pit stops. Rados was actually a second slower, but clearly did not pay too much. So front leaders haven't made their stops.
And that is the race so far. Closest battle on track still Kimmo and Yo. These guys have been going at it the entire race. 28 minutes to go. I am stupid, as Leclerc would say. Actually, no, Jose, as Leclerc would say.
I'm so unlucky.
Why the am I so unlucky? Why the am I so unlucky?
And to Joseph German as well, who just got his drive-through. That is the 5th today.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
Yep, and that. Unfortunately. Oh, Misano is rough.
What Misano giving it to the boys today.
What Misano definitely giving it to the boys. Kai Yo jumps into the pits, decides he does not want to fight Kimmo for the rest of the race, and they're a little bit past the midway point. So Kimmo has a little bit of room to breathe. And the remainder of our pit stops are starting to come in. Spun into the wall, got 25 seconds of damage, had a little incident, and then got a DT. Yeah. We saw your spin into the wall, Jose. That was you basically looking at Lukey's booty. And not looking at how the car is reacting to your turning. I would imagine. Went to serve DT, and you were in the pit stop. And you were in second.
Yep, I'll do it.
Oh, and that. Okay, so you're getting another stop and go as well. Lovely. I can see why you stopped. And there's a 6th pit stop again. Henson also gets one. This has been rough for all the drivers. Is this Coda? I think
Is this Ryan at Coda?
This is worse. Ryan at
Congrats,
Coda?
boys.
I forgot about that.
Congrats, boys. You've surpassed Ryan's single driver record at Coda. We're proud of you.
Emo goes into the pits. I guess we're gonna see the battle continue as he comes out with Yo, unless Yo has a little bit more room to, you know, some space to make some room and some ground, get ahead of Kimmo comfortably by the time he comes out.
So it looks like Nick a little slow on his outlap. Gap to Carl is 3 seconds. Yeah, these boys just chilling up front. I need them to get closer to make this more exciting.
What did Nick get DT one time? I think he got 5. Not 5 D. Was it 5 DTs or was it 5 track cut warnings?
Are we talking about
Nick.
I don't
Yeah.
know about Nick. Nick gets one, it's Alta Insta 4.
Alta Insta 4?
Alta Insta 4. That's not what I said.
Is that what he said? Clip it.
Insta Alt F4.
I'm pretty sure you said Alta something.
Whatever.
Damn, you're worse than me.
I'm just a Florida man.
I say martial arts instead of martial arts. Kaio now fighting with Michael Lukey. So Kai not quite as high as I thought he would be after the pit stop cycle. I guess he's been fighting with Kimo a little too much. Kimo is ahead.
We do have an epic battle right now. Chris Turner with the baboon behind him. Honestly, if I was Chris, I'd be scared. One wrong Honda move, insta dead Lambo.
Chris, $20. Come on. Aw. We do not condone violence, guys.
But also...
But also it's Nick.
But also, Chris, check your PayPal.
Chris would never do this. This child. Oh, we'll see.
I don't know. Have you met Chris? It's called tough love, Bullet.
Oh, this.
He literally has me blackmailed with a certain Road America clip.
Love it. Love it. So the gap now is from Chris to Big, 1.2 seconds. It looks like Nick has made up a little bit more ground on Carl Big. Rado's still within 2 seconds of Carl Big, so the front runners not really catching each other up.
Also, heads up, I do remember seeing this, Ryan Cody. So I've heard that the fuel strat here is he's going 70 liters. So he's trying to go towards almost the very end of this race.
Ryan, you're doing my thing.
Yep.
I'm proud.
We'll see how it pays off for him. Honestly, I don't blame him. Like, if you get in the groove in the rain, you don't want to stop. Like, if you find your line, and it's working, just, like,
nice.
staying out on track and just putting in a solid stint is going to pay off.
Yeah. I heard half of that because Borat was having a good time with that, and then Kaio makes his way through Michael Lukey. He is gonna have the inside for the hairpin, enough space.
Chris lets Rados by, so now it is full on charge as Rados is still only 1.8 behind Carl. These gaps are just not moving.
So almost identical lap times, just a 10th quicker from Rados to Carl Big last lap around. Their fastest lap of the race, Rados, is 2/10 faster. And then Nick is a good half a second? No. Nick is another 10th faster than
your car, right?
Mm-hmm. Nick just couldn't have Rados. You couldn't allow him to have the better lap time.
Yeah, I mean, he coaches you to a point. He can't let you be better than him.
Ryan's rain racing skill makes your pants tight. Alright, Barrett. Wilfred, you really think of changing the Maka to another car, but then you remember you suck at them all anyways. It doesn't matter. Get in there, any car, race, learn to drive them. Get in a groove with one of them, and then it'll come naturally. Driving the others.
As a McLaren driver, I should honestly be in the Aston, so try out the Aston. Honestly, Aston's a lot of fun, but it's also very safe.
Yeah, the Aston's an easy car to drive. Relatively. Just put it on TC1. Don't listen to all the others. Be like, oh, one is too low.
And if you're a big macho, you pull out the V12 Aston.
And then you don't race with anybody but yourself. I had a blast, honestly, driving the V12 in our season a few seasons back, but Donington was rough. It was basically a second and a half slower than any other car. It didn't matter. And Dominic Chaumont, wide out of the triple right-handers. Kaio is going to have the inside for the hairpin. And they are going to drag race it.
Bullet, is Carl on 3 cuts yet because I see a Rados catching.
Ooh. He got his third. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Jose Guzman. Jose, you know what I'm talking about. Yep, that is exactly it. You lose a whole second there. Doesn't matter how fast you're, a whole second.
Because it doesn't know how to go from slow to fast.
Ooh, big drift from Kaio. Yes, so basically, you have TC1. It is garbage. It cuts so much and you lose so much speed. And you put TC off and you barely touch the gas and it slides.
Jose, are you sure that was from the car?
Yes.
If you want to do a side-by-side, I do have Carl Big, Andrew Rados. We are within a second. It is down to 7 tenths.
It is down to 7 tenths. We also have another fight now starting to brew up. Mark Roberson and Carlos Guzman. This is continuing from earlier in the race. It's not for class position. But we'll switch to them as soon as...
Let's face it, it should be for class position. Carlos to pro.
Carlos the Pro.
Yep, and now he's got Rados on his tail, so let's see how well he can manage that as he goes a little wide. Ooh.
So the gap is closing down between Rados and Carl. Kaio and Dominic Chimon also still fighting. They've been swapping positions all for the past few laps. I gotta say, man, I am incredibly impressed by Dominic.
Ferris, you go apologize to him right now.
Oh no!
Oh my God, Ferris.
What have I done?
Stanimir?
There goes another one, Heslin as well. Oh my God.
Ferris. You're a very bad person, Ferris.
I wasn't even gonna say about this race in particular.
Well, you know, the race gods don't care. You said the name, you try to give a compliment, instant detour.
Will we make it to the AC-130? Says, you stupid.
Backmarker gets in the way for a brief moment. That allows Carl Big a little extra breathing room.
Thank you, Barrett. I'm a murderer. Oh man, I was only gonna say I am really impressed with Dominic because he's been, you know, really improving as a driver. He's started with less than bronze. He wasn't particularly
stopped at 30 speeding in the pits.
I think that's gonna be it for Heslin. And Dominic,
I agree. Dominic's been doing really, really well. Has grown a lot since joining the community. You love to see it.
yeah, and now he's up there in silver, despite the DT. And we have another one for Joby. No,
Oh boy,
Misano.
it's falling apart.
Misano with a... Oh my God.
The spaghetti is too wet.
Are we gonna see a DT for the entire field?
Nah. I don't know. Say the name of everyone, Ferris.
Just just switch to admin and start handing them out.
Yep. Joby, unfortunately, currently ranking P1 in class with the DT.
It's gonna drop to at least P10 with this, unfortunately for him. What is it? It's a 30-second loss? 40 seconds? That sucks.
Yep.
I didn't say anything about Joby. It was Mark Robeson, and we're looking at him now. Mark is doing really well, by the way, guys.
So Rado's struggling to get that gap back down to what it was. There was unfortunate timing for him. Back marker going into turn 1. So he had to check up a little bit more than he wanted to.
Mark gets around Carlos and is now directly behind Rados. 25 seconds to Rados, so unless something big happens to the front three runners, this might be the standings for them. Rados back down to under a second now from Carl Big. That looked wide for Carl, and it was.
There it is. The first of the Hondas. So now if Rados is smart, just take it easy. You don't need to push anymore.
Oh.
This position is yours. Literally yours to lose. Keep it between the white lines. Hardest thing to tell a Honda driver to do.
Yeah. And there goes Ryan for his super late pit stop. I'm proud of you, Ryan. That's the pit stop I want to see. I don't want to see stop and goes from the pit stop. We've seen already 2 or 3 of them today.
Carl, I saw that. You took out the pit board. Honda things.
What are you looking at, Carl? So Joby, after his drive-through from first down to 4th, he is directly behind Kai. So Kai has had his fair share of battling today, and is now going to have Joby, who's been a bullet, right behind him. So we'll see if Joby can get around 13 minutes to go in the race.
Yeah, this is actually going to be interesting. Is Carl going to lose the position to Mark Robeson? It's going to be close. I think by a hair. He's going to come out right behind him. So now we have a battle. Carl Big, Mark Robeson. This battle is going to be real with Carlos Guzman also a possibility here. He gets around the back marker of Matthew. And they have Dave Miller coming up as another blue flag as well.
Yep. So 2 fights on replay, 12 minutes to go, 12 and a half minutes to go. Fortunately for Carl, yeah, that's gonna suck. He might have a chance to redeem himself and take back one position back. I guess luckily for him, there's not as many golds on the field today. I know Luis would have been up there. Mr. Guy sitting back, enjoying his time. We also have, so Joby, within a second of Kaio. I don't think he's really closed off that gap yet. And we also have Paul Conte catching up to Michael Lukey. If he finishes 3rd, you win your bet. Bullet? Alright. I don't want to say anything, but I hope you don't get your bet. Half a second for Paul Conte to Michael Lukey. So Michael really looking at him in the mirror now. Joby has also started to close that gap to Kaio one more time. He's at 3/10 just in front. Going into the final corner. Looked a little slidey. To start talking about the other Hondas and Mark Ferris, you need it? No, I'm not going to talk about any of them. I don't want you to win a bet. While we're looking at that, so Kubarek has probably made a mistake because Joseph German made his way swiftly through to P12 overall.
I think Joseph German is stacking that deck out there.
Bullet redeeming a lap on board with Nicholas. Alright, I guess he really wants to see him die. Alright, as Nick comes around the final corner, we'll get the onboard a yellow flag for Jayasura. Let's see if you can
Nick,
get...
if you die, this is Bullet's fault.
Let's get the side-by-side if you can get Joey up. Joe beat.
I was about to say I'm already up.
Joseph Savage. So 2/10 to Kaio. And
yeah, he's got the exit going down the back straight here.
he's got the dry line as well.
As he goes mega wide. There is a racing line there somewhere. He's like, I got 3 fresh track limits, might as well use them.
So I'm on board with our race leader. He doesn't seem to be... He can go super aggressive now, right? I guess so.
Yeah.
Look at Nicholas right here.
You know, I'm gonna need more pro drivers to show up. I did make a bet with Rados that if he overall podiumed this season in the Honda, then I would come back next season in the car of his choice. Did not put into account that there would only be 4 pro drivers. Oh, and okay, and there goes Joby doing a little drift.
Little slide, so he's gonna lose it. That's not Nick. This man is in a seated position. I mean, he does look slidey around that final corner, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna move over to, we have Paul Cantea looking for a new rear to put into his next OnlyFans video with Michael Lukey immediately ahead.
Oh, you love just saying that, don't you?
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. AKA Ferris takes all the money and I get nothing.
Yeah. Get the subs in, get the merch in. Maybe I'll get 5 Koenigsegg's and then I'll start paying him. Further up ahead, Carl Big, 1/10 to Mark Robeson. 8 minutes to go, so not a lot of time to really make the move. Just 5 laps remaining. Are we going to see Carl get around? Or is Mark going to defend like as hard as he possibly can? I thought he was going to take that defensive line there, but he knows, Carl knows better than to try and send it that far back.
We got a few battles going on here. We have Kamal versus Kaio still going on, and then you have Michael Lukey and Paul Cantea currently almost side by side down the front straight. As they head into turn 1, Paul Cantea backs out. Still staying on Lukey's rear, so this is a good battle shaping up here.
Mark was sad when B crashed out last week. Yeah, I remember seeing that. So as Mark takes a super wide line into the back straight, Carl is gonna go side by side. Gonna have a better run into the triple rights, but still gonna have to take the inside line. Or are we gonna see? Gets ahead just before. I think that is the move done for Carl.
Ryan Cody now has company. Kamal and Kaio have started to catch Ryan. They are currently 1 second back to him, but Kaio taking a look on Kamal as we head down the back straight here. See if he can get the move done heading into sector 3 here. Have to be careful with the dirty air behind this Lambo. That BMW just looking absolutely planted. Such a safe car.
Hang on a minute.
Uh-oh.
Do I say something about Ryan?
I don't know, did he?
Ryan's sitting in P2. Ryan had his quiet race up ahead alone, pitting 15 minutes to go, and is sitting in P2 right now with Kaio just
Getting the move done there.
catching up.
Oh, Barrett's getting angry. You need to stop talking about Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh, God. Well,
Joby's
Ryan,
still
I'm
lurking
sorry.
in the background as well. Don't snipe Mr. PR. Listen, man. Snipe him, and he'll be fine with it. Right, Ryan?
Give us a little flash.
Just a little flash.
Do it for the vine.
So
Come on, Ryan. Do it for the vine.
is Bondi to take care of? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything, Ryan. Carry on. Further up ahead, so Carlos Guzman, a 19-second lead to Ryan for P1 in silver. Is just gotta keep it within the lines, take it easy, and he has this win for sure. Joby, who was in P1, is now 1/10 behind Chemo. Trying to make some ground here into the triple right-handers. That looks super slidey. And he's kind of backed off a little bit.
Just an update up front here as we hit 5 minutes to go. Nick Alvarado still with a 5.5 second gap to Andrew Rados in P2. Carl Big 29 seconds back with Mark Erickson at 1.7 back to Carl. So relatively quiet up front after the drive through Carl. Yeah.
Is going to be that. Joby right now really trying to take a peek at the inside for turn 1. It's not close enough to make a move, but you can tell that he's getting a bit frustrated now trying to get around that Chemo. It's not really... He keeps catching up and then backing off. Further up ahead, Kaio is now 3/10 off of Ryan Cody. Joby, side by side with Chemo, going into 6 and manages to get side by side into 7. He has the run. He's going to get that move done. Beautiful move by Joby there.
That was some best silver driving ever. One goes off, the other goes off, the one goes off again. And Joby ends up with the position.
Well, you have to be mad. A yellow flag for Ryan Wampler. Where is he? Don't cut the inside, Ryan.
That was the wrong Ryan. We didn't talk about that, Ryan.
Well, I didn't say Cody.
Oh, now
I'm
you said
sorry.
it. Now you said it.
No, I said
It's
it.
all over.
Well, speaking of Cody, Kaio 4/10 behind Ryan now. 3 minutes to go. There's going to be 3 more laps to go for them.
Ryan defend like a lion.
Ryan defend it. Joby's now going to try and make the time up now to Kaio. His fastest lap 7/10 quicker than Kai. We might see him catch up in the final lap of the race if Kai has to keep fighting with Ryan here.
Ryan a little squirrely getting on the gas there on the final corner. I don't think it's going to matter. He's still going to hold this Kaio right on his tail right now.
And another drive-through.
Drive-through. Carson Bungay.
Is that his second one?
I
I think it's his second one.
don't know.
Oh, an unlucky race for Carson. A race to forget. The first one was for Carlos. I mean, I've called him Carlos Bungay anyways. 2/10 now between Kai and Ryan Cody. Ryan is
Defend Ryan.
gonna take the defensive line into the first hairpin.
Yep. Kai's going to go wide here. Let's see who gets the better drive out of the corner here.
Ryan does and takes the inside for the next line. Joby in the background starting to catch up.
Ryan Wampler yellow flag once more. Heading into turn 2. That grunt of that Merc, man, makes it so hard.
Get back.
Trying to pass a Merc is not easy at all. Even when you feel like you get a better exit, that Merc just is like, brr.
Oh. The end of this lap and 1 more to go. 2 more to go, I'm sorry. So Nicholas just in the back straight. Kaio gets the inside for the hairpin, gets past Ryan. A drive-through for Chemo. That's 8 right now. We got the AC 130.
Oh my God.
And Joby's
Ryan
directly behind Ryan.
Yeah, good checkup by Ryan. He almost. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
How is the BMW 2 times larger than the Mercedes? It's all the nose. Are we at 11? Are we seriously at 11? I thought we were at 8. Another one for Dominic.
Yeah, Ryan did not take tires as well, so possible bottom of my tires right now.
Probably.
Joby trying to at least salvage a podium after that unfortunate drive-through. Another drive-through for Ryan Wampler. That is 3 on the board right now.
What is going on? Ryan also
Are we
going
for the
wide.
tactical loop by the end of this?
I mean, we've already gotten it at this point.
Are we getting the VTOL?
Stop and go for Chemo. That is unfortunately after his drive-through. This race is a
What is
massacre. This race is a massacre. It really is. Oh, this is not what you want to see.
I think we're going to see a lot of Misanos in the Go Fuck Yourself channel tonight.
Do we not already have one? No, we don't.
What a turn of events here. Silver split in shambles.
We
With
can't
all
even.
these drive-thrus. Oh,
Joby around the
going to the outs.
outside is not going to have enough grip to make it. Not a lot of contact with these ZTs. Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, 1, 2.
that did look like a little bit of a cut. Joby now looking at the inside for the final corner.
We are on the final lap, by the way. Nick Alvarado halfway through the final lap here as he heads down, going through the triple right-handers for the one last time. Also, only 8 contacts registered this race. Mega clean race outside of the start, I would say. Race start was a little sloppy, but outside of that, really, really good. Nick letting... who was that? What a legend. He's letting Dominic... Oh, never mind. He was trying to let Dominic go so that he could have one more lap, but I think Dominic's like, please, and put me in my misery.
Well, Rados just barely behind Dominic, so not a lot of room for safety there. Kima with a yellow flag after the stop and go. I think he has had enough of this race. He's going to retire and keep.
Rados gives Nick a little slide smooch.
Yeah.
As they both cross the line here. Carl Big coming around the final corner after that drive-through manages to only lose a position as he gets it back from Mark Robeson.
And we have a final lap battle between Joby and Ryan. They're trying to go side by side into the triple right-hander. Are we going to see a move here by Ryan's holding on for dear life? Goes wide there. I really hope that's not a drive-through for Ryan on the final lap.
No,
Come on.
it looks like it was good there. So coming into the final few corners here, Ryan might be able to hold it off. All he needs is a clean.
Oh, that is extremely
exit here.
close. A good exit from Joby sliding.
Oh my god.
And down.
Over the DRS? Nope.
Open the DRS.
We got one little possible battle here. Paul Canteo still right on Lukey here. Can Lukey have a nice clean exit? He will, and he's going to take P9 overall. That's going to be P4, P5 probably with Kai, possibly moving into silver. Yeah, honestly, great end this race. Couple of battles right there at the end. You love to see it.
A absolutely beautiful race from the boys, as Barrett said. Joby and Ryan, best pro drivers. Ryan has definitely pulled out his pro pace today. And a fantastic drive from the guys. I hear donuts. Give him donuts. I want to see donuts. I'm hungry. Mark Robeson. What a fantastic race today. A lot of the field, though, was spread, but the few battles that we have seen have gone on for laps at a time. That was great.
Yeah, you love to see it. Whee!
Lukey back-to-back solid finishes. Ran great last night in the LMP3 series. Yeah, that's love to see it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Misano Moist race with a absolute boatload of drive-throughs and stop-and-goes today.
Yeah, it was moist.
It was
It
rough.
was Misano.
It
was
was
Moisty Misano.
Yeah. And our lead, our final grid, Nicholas, Rados, and Big for the lead in gold. Honestly, a good recovery from Big to get the spot back from Mark after the drive-through. Our silver split, Carlos Guzman wins it. Kai Yo is going to take second spot after reassignment. And Ryan Cody is going to take the podium spot. Unfortunate for Joby, just a 10th off of Ryan for P3. And then for our bronze split, currently Kubrick is in the lead. I believe he's also going to be moving to silver, but we do have Mellinson, Miller, and Heslin for our bronze split podium. And with that, I just love how Mark's poor car, it sounds like the engine is about to give up. With that, we will leave you. Join us back on Tuesday for M Tuesday with the Milo if he's gotten a bit gooder, and on Saturday for the LMP3 series. And we'll see you next week. Where are we at next week? Barcelona.
Well,
We'll be seeing you around, guys. Thank you very much for joining.
have a good night.
Have a good night, and we'll make sure to let you know who the creator of the video is we're about to play.